Hello guys, welcome back to this series on JavaScript. My name is Abidakun Tayenife, an instructor at SKI College of ICT. In our last video, we talked about logical operators and where we talked about the not, or, and. So in this video, we continue from there. So I discussed it with us in the last video that and means that both conditions must be true before it's a substitute. So why or means I only need one of the two one condition to be true. Or means I only need one condition to be true. Why and means both conditions must be true. Now let's look at something together. Look at it. Keep this at the back of your mind. That if you have issues understanding this thing, just understand something else. So let's first deal with or. Under or, if I have 2 or 2, it will resolve to be 2. 2 or false, it will resolve to 2. False or 2, it will resolve to 2. Then false or false, it will result to false, meaning that the only condition where you have false is when both conditions are false. When none of the conditions is true, then that's when you have false. Let's now look at and. So and 2, you have 2 and false, 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 and 2 up, sorry, false, false, and false, you have false. So meaning that the only instance where you have to while dealing with and is if both conditions are true, else it will return false. That is, if just one of them is false, then it will resolve everything to false. If you still have issues understanding this thing, let's look at this last part together. Just get it this way. You can say let or that is or be equal to plus, then let and be equal to multiplication, then let 2 be equal to 1, then let false be equal to 0. Good. So let's now look at our or. 2 is 1, 2 is 1, right? 1 plus 1, it should be 2, but in this case we only want to get either 0 or 1. 1 plus 1, you say 1, that is 2 or 2 equals to 2. In this case, you have 1 plus 0 is what? 0. Then in this case, you have 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. Then lastly, you have 0 plus 0 is 0. That is false, or false we give you false. Let's now come to and. That is 1 plus 1, that is 2 plus 1 times 1, because and is times, equals to 1. Then the next is 2 and false, right? That is 1 times 0 equals to 0. The next is false and 2, that is 0 times 1 equals to 0. Then the last is 0 is false and false. 0 times 0 equals to 0. So if you have issues understanding any of them, you can choose another method, like you can understand it this way, or you use this 1 times this, or you just know it directly. Just look at it and you can predict your answer. So you can now, I can just ask you, just do this, maybe 4 and this, okay, add this, and okay, that's a 3, and b equals to 7. So let's check. What are you going to get on your browser? We will use the 3 methods to solve this. Use the 3 methods to solve it. Num equals to 3. That is what? 2, right? Or c equals to 7. That is false. What is true or false? True or false will return true. Remember, according to what we did the other time, true or false will return true. So meaning that you will clear all these things and put true. Then b equals to 7. Is it true or false? That is false because the value of b is 4. Now the next is true and false. What is true and false? True and false will return false. So since it returns false, then it means it's not going to do whatever you have inside this place. Do you understand it now? It's not going to. So meaning that this expression will not allow this. You won't say the number is 4 because it means it will resolve everything here to false. It will solve everything here to false. So you can just play with this thing and see how much you've been able to understand it. Okay, in our next video we'll look at if else. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.